Democrats in Congress this week, like Congressman Castro, are moving ahead with President Biden's spending plan, the $3.5 trillion package. Then in a couple of weeks, the bipartisan infrastructure bill goes up for a vote in the House, as we just mentioned. Republicans there are outnumbered, unable to stop it, but our next guest says Texans should prepare if some of this passes. Congressman Kevin Brady is a Republican from the Woodlands and the ranking Republican on the House Ways and Means Committee. Congressman Brady, it's good to see you again. Thanks for joining us this morning. Let's talk about the White House being insistent that the president's budget will increase taxes on major corporations and the wealthy, but not on small businesses and on individuals earning less than $400,000. You and others strongly disagree with this.
Yeah, it turns out none of that is true. In fact, the business tax rates will land on the corporate side on over 1 million small businesses, many of them here in Texas. Plus, they want to slash the small business deduction that Republicans put in place 2 years ago. And so it will certainly land on our small businesses. But two different groups, the Nonpartisan Joint Committee on Taxation and the left-leaning Tax Policy Center, have both analyzed the Biden tax plan and say that 2/3 of middle-class families will begin seeing a tax increase next year, and that will rise to over 90% over time. And so there's no question that the president is breaking his pledge on both small businesses and on middle-class families.
If Democrats remain unified, though, do Republicans in the House have any way at all to stop this?
We do not have the votes to stop it. Only 4 votes will stop these tax hikes. There are 4 at least Democrats in Texas who run as Main Street moderate Democrats. We'll see if any of them step forward to block these tax hikes. Right now, I think Speaker Pelosi just bludgeoned those 9 or 10 budget moderates into line last week. Really, every Democrat voted unanimously a green light for these tax hikes and spending. So we'll see if there's any true Texas moderates left in Congress.
The other big bill in Congress right now is the infrastructure package that Democrats and President Biden want to get passed. It passed the Senate with 19 Republican votes. The House considers it next. Where are you on this bill? Support or oppose it?
Yeah, so right now opposing, and here's why. I think about 1/3 of that bill is true infrastructure that I think every Texan would get behind, on roads and bridges and airports and water and sewer and broadband, things we all, I think, agree on, but too much of it is wasteful spending, especially the green welfare subsidies and wasteful spending. Frankly, we can't afford that right now. I'm hopeful. I'd love in the House, rather than just accept the Senate bill, let's come together, both parties, figure this out, get the price tag down to where we both agree. You know, I just think infrastructure is something both parties have always worked together on. I don't know why, in the House at least, you would just go it alone, as the speaker is urging. I think there's a better way.
Yeah, infrastructure is indeed one of those bipartisan issues that everyone agrees on. Congressman Brady, we appreciate your time as always.
Jason, good to see you. Thank you.